Man. What you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? I am here. It's your boy Inside, and we're going to be talking about working through the pain. This will be our first actual live running at 7 o'clock, so I'm starting it kind of early. But this is the key. This is how we're going to do this, man. And we're going to push it through the way we're supposed to push it through. I am excited about what's going on. Let me check this phone real quick to make sure that we up. But working through the pain. Working through the pain is key, man. Yeah, which shows that we're live. I want to make sure we're live. You know, it's our first time doing this, and I am in pain while I'm doing this, guys. So it is exciting. It is definitely something that you guys want to check out. So for anybody to say, hey, man, live not working, it's working. Bing, we're right there. All right, so with that being said, man, make sure you guys tap in. I am here for it all. I'm going to explain to you guys how I've been working through this pain that I'm in right now. I continue to push forward. Right now, I'm dealing with like some side pain. You know, when we get older, I'm about 40 right now, 41 to be exact. And I have learned that I got to keep my health up. That's why you guys see me out there doing the outdoor videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there working, pumping. I'm rucking every day. I'm pushing through things every day. And I get it. Like, you like, man, bro, I'm old, bro. You know, I think that's really a mindset. Right. And later on at 3 o'clock, you guys will see the full video of me actually talking about working through the pain. I was currently just talking to a semi-quest man, and he got a lot of stuff going on. And back in the day, bro, I was moving around so much. I'm talking about up until 4 o'clock in the morning, still getting right back up at 7 o'clock in the morning. But now your body starts to talk to you as you get older. But it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse for you to be like, oh man, I can't do this, bro. This ain't me, man. I ain't getting out here, bro. I gotta stop. No. At 40, we can still level up. Especially at 40, you should already got some things going on. But I know some of us are finally starting to learn that we got to cancel certain things out of our life. Our mindset shifts, you know what I'm saying? We find purpose in dreaming life. You know, we find a purpose to constantly move forward. Yeah. So I am learning this. And listen, I used to be that guy. Sometimes we get in our mind like, yo, man, I'm still that young cat, man. I'm still that young dude and get out here and work through the pain and do my thing. And we can. We just got to be a little bit more strategic with it, right? So we got to go to sleep a little early. We got to start stretching. Y'all know how y'all get up, and when you get up, just be body just pop locking, and you ain't even feeling like breakdown, but your body just start pop locking everywhere, right? That get a little discouraging. You know, when you start to get up, you're sitting there watching a movie after watching a movie for a while, and next thing you know, it's time for you to get up off the couch, and your back start to hurt, your sides start to and you wonder what's going on. You start to tap into that world of depression, like, oh God, what is this, man? I used to be able to get up and move so fast. But this is a part of life, and this is why we have to continue to adapt. We got to fight. We got to push. We got to keep going. So working through the pain is what I'm talking about today. We can also look at this through the mental state. We could look this through the physical state. We could even talk about this through the financial state. Sometimes we lived it up in our 20s and lived it up so well, we probably screwed up our lives in our 40s. So we're working through. I know a few of them that are. And which is out of all respect, man, you got to keep doing that. You got to keep doing that. You got to continue to push that. And it's a good thing to do that. You know what I mean? But let's say this, okay? We're talking about the pain, physical pain. So when people were making fun of me and laughing, like, bro, you older, bro. Why you out there? Bro, why you out there rucking, man? You out the military now. You ain't got to get out there and ruck no more. Why you out there rucking again? Man, bro, you got to overstand. You got to overstand that... you don't keep your body moving, you gonna hurt. You gonna be in some pain. You gonna be in some major what's going on? I'm not understanding issues. And to prevent that, I like to get out here and work out. You know, some people choose to go to the gym. Some people like to go biking. Like, you know, guys, I like to go biking. You know, some people like to get out here and talk crap about people. Use social media. Social media gives a lot of people a little bit more life too. I'm not gonna lie about that. But it is a great way for us to constantly move forward, push forward, build. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage people to do that. Let me go ahead and put on here, saying we're live. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and all that. Then we're going to really get into meat and potatoes. But work through the pain. Work through the pain. And I believe the best way to do that is you got to have purpose. Got to have some type of purpose. Got to have something that's driving you to get you to go forward. And we'll talk about that today at 3 o'clock. The video uploads at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, I believe. And I'm getting messy right now. And it's so interesting. I question myself on, am I gonna be able to keep up with my kids the older I get? Now in my mind, I'm like, man, kids ain't gonna outshine me. I'm gonna get out here and do what we do. You know, we ain't stopping, blah blah blah, woo, woo, woo. But in all reality, sometimes your mind and your body ain't matching. If you get my drift. You get my drift? Yeah. So with that being said, we gotta continue to fight. We gotta continue to push, you know, and I encourage people to do that. It is always good to continue to fight. It's always good to continue to push. And your kids with challenges, for those that have kids out there and, you know, let's just say your kids are starting, like my kids are starting to get into sports, right? And they're starting to ask dad, hey man, how we do this? And hey dad, I want to do this. And I'm already knowing in my mind, I'm very competitive. So once I get to going and doing some things and getting ready to get into the process of showing someone, that military mode starts to come out of me, right? And not only that it comes out of me, it not that it just come out of me, it's the fact that I don't like to lose. And I'm seeing that in my son. Y'all, I am seeing that in my son, Taylor. I have twin boys. And then I also have a young little girl that's going on 40. Her mind's going on 40. But let's talk about Taylor for a second. Taylor does not like to lose, right? Taylor don't like to lose. And I'm already knowing that I am going to have to explain to him, you don't always win every battle. Not saying that you cannot. But I'm saying you don't always win every battle. So how do we work through the pain when it comes to these situations, right? I don't like to lose either. He don't like to lose. But there is lessons in taking an L. Same way I was talking about getting off that couch, taking an L. Yeah. Y'all thought that was part of the thing. No, that's me actually in pain. But see, as I'm doing this video and doing this live, as this, I can know this is the first time me doing the lives at 7 and posting at 3. But this is what I am saying. You know, it's kind of like out of the norm. It's uncomfortable. When things are not set the way you want them to be set, it's uncomfortable. Kind of a little stressful at the same time, too. And the only reason why we say that is because it is very stressful. It is very upsetting when you're not able to move and shake and rattle and roll. Now I'm over here jibber jabbering right now because we're at 6:58 right now, but we really kick off at 7. And wherever you're at in the world, it may already be 7, maybe got an hour or two after that. But I'm gonna talk about this trip that we took, right? Going to Atlanta. And I'm going to explain why I say work through the pain. All right. Now, we chose, well, not we. Triple P chose to drive. He don't like to fly. When he got chosen events, bro rather drive, right? He rather drive. He does not like to fly. I had to learn that. And once I learned that, I'm like, okay, well, cool. That shouldn't be a problem. But boy. As you get older, you're gonna have to take more bathroom breaks. Hey, yeah, no, for real. Now you think about it, you're on the 11 hour drive through these states and cities, man. Every time you stop, you gotta take a bathroom break, right? Bathroom break. You're gonna have to do it. And I'm learning that now. I'm learning that. I'm realizing. And and what's so bad about this, y'all? You know what's bad about this? Like, can I be honest with y'all? What's bad about this? The reason why I'm in the pain that I'm in right now, I think I was like, oh, I have this way of eating, and we can talk about that too. I have this way of eating. I have this way of when I gotta go to the bathroom, I'm going to the bathroom. But sometimes when you're on the road, you may be going through a small town, and you may not be able to go to the bathroom right when you want. Yeah, this is what we talking about. And at times it sucks, man, because I'm sharing this thing out right now. But it sucks. Oh, it sucks when you gotta go, and what happens is what? What happens when you gotta go? You gotta keep telling people, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom, gotta go to the bathroom, gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom, gotta go to the bathroom. But in your mind, you're telling yourself that. You're not telling the person that's driving. But lucky enough, there's other people in the vehicle that is little of this age, and they have to go to the bathroom. So it's like, all right, bet. They gotta go to the bathroom, I'm finna go to the bathroom. Right when these rest stops hit, I'm finna go to the bathroom. Yeah, and before, it wouldn't be like that. But I am learning. I have to start studying my body a lot more now. Like, God, bro, like, this is not it. Anyways, guys, enough of my blabbing. Welcome back to Village. I'm sorry, right? Shit was funny. Shit was hilarious. All right, just what was going through my mind at the time. Shit was freaking hilarious. Anyways, welcome back to Military Veteran Point of View. I'm your host, Inside, and we just got through jabbing and talking as we set this thing up. As you guys know, we'll be doing this live at 7 o'clock every morning. As the evening comes through at 3 p.m., we'll be talking about the topic that we have right here: work through the pain. And in our 40s, and you're getting older in life, if you're a young cat and you guys rocking out with me and you end up seeing this and you're just like, man, bro, why are you talking about this? Because I am preparing you for what is to come. So everybody that was making little jokes and hee hee ha ha, oh, bro, out there, yeah, I'm out here doing what we gotta do to keep thriving and keep pushing. With that being said, I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of studying. As you guys see, I'm out here doing these paintings and stuff like that too. And it's so interesting on how the things I used to do, things I used to be in, I'm just not into them anymore. We're going to talk about that later, man. And I'm choosing to do YouTube and take YouTube serious at 40. I'm taking it serious at 40. I'm using this like a self-improvement journey, right? In your 40s, something that a few people been saying over the reads and different things I've been checking out is like, man, life begins at 40. And it's interesting that people say that, because I'm not going to say I disagree with that, because I believe what they're saying, life truly begins at 40, is because you've already experienced some things that have taken you through the ringer. If you guys know what I mean, back in the day, you used to wash clothes and you have to wring the clothes out. So it's like squeezing everything out of you. Just for example, for people you just never know who's watching. Anyway, so yeah, life can squeeze you through the ringer. You done dealt with a few experiences. You learn how much your body can take and how many blows your body can take. You used to be that guy. It's this country song. It's like, I'm not as good as I once was. but I was good as I ever was. I believe that's the lyrics, how it goes. But the song makes so much sense because, you used to go out and have a couple of drinks, and now at the age you are now, you go out and have a couple of drinks. Now it's like, oh, 10 o'clock hits, you ready to skedaddle head to the crib. You know what I mean? And that's not for everybody, but for me, it's like, yeah, man, I've done this. I've lived a lot of these things some of these other guys and girls out here are attempting to do. I've lived the fast life. I've lived the how you say, hell on wheels life. I lived that, and it's like, I've been there, done that. Now I'm ready to kick back and relax. I don't really pay attention to a lot of things I used to pay attention to. Why is that? Because obviously life has gotten a little better. I've learned that we shouldn't have to stress over a lot of things, especially when we're talking about working through the pain. And the video you guys see at 3 o'clock, you will see me out there doing the hiking, doing the rucking, and you can tell by looking at my face. It's like, ooh, bro, hurting right now. Yeah, but I'm an Army veteran, man. I'll motivate myself to keep going. And we're really talking about life after 40, right? And outdoor inspiration, being disciplined, and the growth and the mind shift, and, overcoming adversity is really the key. And I believe that's why life truly starts at 40. With that being said, hope you guys have an amazing day. And thank you to everyone that's been locking in. There's just been some great vibes and great energy going on. I want you guys to continue to lock in what we've got going on over here at Inside Speaks, because this is what I do. I like to speak. I've chosen to take this journey and be like, yo, let's take it from the stage, even though I still do that, but let's take it from the stage and let's throw it online. You're getting older. You're not going to want to travel that much. You're not going to want to move around that much. The money's got to match what you're doing. So you still could get out here and have a good time, make this stuff happen, and talk and speak and do what you enjoy in a safe area and space without ducking and dodging negative energies, right? And when you're in a comfortable space, you guys will start to learn this. Like, most people be like, man, bro, you really living at 40. Yeah, I'm living my life at 40 because I'm out here. I'm out here enjoying. I'm out here building, and it is a great feeling, y'all. Even though I'm in pain right now, I got like right now, my stomach right here is like really hurting. It's like really hurting, right? And Angel was like, man, you gotta go to the hospital. And I talk about this at 3 o'clock. I talk about this, but it's like, and she's adamant, like, you gotta go to the hospital. Mom's like, you gotta go to the hospital. But it's like, I still have a little bit of stubbornness in me. I'm a little stubborn, a little stubborn, right? I'm kind of stuck in my ways, right? But yeah, right. It hurts, man. But I am adamant about continuing to going forward. I had got a comment on Facebook. He's like, bro, it's bad advice to tell people to continue to go forward. I'm like, bro, you gotta think about. And most people, I gotta tell people, I think at life like boxing. I know I'm gonna take some blows, man. I know I'm gonna get gut punched on something. You know what I'm saying? I know something gonna hurt after a while. But this is how life goes, and we gotta keep going forward. So when you get knocked down, you gotta keep going. It's overcoming adversity. And when you reach your 40s, you start to see that the things that you used to do is just not important. When you do step outside, you're really focused on what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it, and how you're gonna come back home. Telling someone that's young, that's got a lot of energy, they not really paying attention to none of that. And I respect it. I get it, because I never used to pay attention either when it came to that stuff. But I'm learning. Reason why you guys see the thumbnail like that, I have surgery all through this shoulder, right? And still to this day, it hurts. Even when I got the dumbbell weights behind me, or I'm out there, got that ruck on, that weight's pulling down on that shoulder, right? But I know it's helping me. And when you start to get a little older, sometimes there are things that are meant to help you that may put you through some pain. And working through the pain is the key to winning in life. Most people get a little hurt, a little bump, a little stumble, and they're ready to quit and give up. That's what we're not going to do. That's what we're not going to do. We're going to continue to push forward. We're going to continue to thrive. Every day should get better. Every day should be better. Every day will be better. Yeah, physical pain sucks, right? You can talk about financial pain sucks, right? Yeah, that does suck too, but those things can be fixed. Your mindset has to be fixed first. Knowing that you can overcome has to be fixed first. When people do little jokey jokes and laugh at me, man, bro, you back out here again? Yeah. I enjoy what I'm doing. When you enjoy what you're doing, especially at the age of 40, you're going to say, screw everybody that don't see that this is the thing for you to do. I'm telling you. I'm seeing you guys. I'm busting the hardy things, you know. But yeah. It's meant for you to get out here and build like they say life is short. I wouldn't say so much life is short. I would more say life is a continuing journey. And depending on which way you go, when a fork in the road comes your way, the experience you're going to have to deal with. And I encourage people to experience life on all type of levels. Do something different. I've always been that guy that did something different. I played in rock bands when I was in high school. Man, black kid drumming on the drums, playing a rock band, that's weird. I know, but you'll never forgive me, all right? Doing things that are comfortable for you. Even at the age I'm at now, even with me doing the graffiti, I still get out here and rock out with the paint cans. I still get out here and do things that make me feel good. The older you get, I'm going to tell you, other people's opinion is not going to matter. It's not that you're just becoming some asshole. It's not that. It's just like you have experienced enough in life to know that, hey, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm going to do it my way. I've made it to 40. And I know a lot of the young cats out here, younger YNs, like, man, bro, you old, bro. You unk status. God damn it, right. I'm championing this right now, boy. I passed 21. What you mean? What you mean? I made it past 21. And there's a time in life where people weren't even making it to 21, 25. I made it to 41, champion status right now. You know what I mean? I'm in the game, right? I got to play on the field, yeah. Even though maybe in pain, but I got to play on the field. And to be able to show my kids, damn, daddy at 41 still out here moving and shaking and grooving, you best believe it. Yeah, you goddamn right. I see y'all, boom. I see everybody tagging me in some stuff right now. Yeah, man, this is what we doing. We rocking out. We on here, man. But I gotta keep talking about this. Every morning, 7 o'clock, we can go in, right? I may start a little early like I did today, just make stuff set up and rolling. But yeah, working through the pain. Working through the pain. Before you give an excuse. Before you say you cannot do this or this ain't it. I'm not built for this. Man, I'm too old for this. Man, go ahead, work through that. And then once again, it's the mindset. It's the mindset. Do you got the ability to overcome the things that you're battling with? I'm telling you. And you think this live is something. Wait till you see what we got coming up. Now, this is the first one I'm running because I just took some great advice from some young cats. They're like, man, bro, you should upload your videos at 3 o'clock. Man, we see your stuff going up. We see you got great videos. You got great content, but upload at 3 o'clock and do a live in the morning. Like how you do, you be posting at 7. Bro, we be asleep. Well, I'm a little older, so I'm up around 3 o'clock. That's a little bit military too, but I'm up around 3 o'clock every morning. So I had to find a way to make things make sense. So what make things make sense for me was, hey, let's talk about some of the pain and the things that you deal with through life, because there may be other people that deal with these things, right? And the same thing goes for when younger people see what you're doing, and I'm like, man, bro, if he going through that at that age, how can I prevent from going through? Yeah, okay, well, this is how you can prevent from. Check out what I'm doing, or not even check out. Find somebody that locks in with you. I lock in with people that over the age of 30. I lock in with people that's been in the military. I lock lock in with people that know how to overcome, that's been through some storm. That's really my audience. The people that know that, hey man, every second of every day has to mean something. Not saying that you just gotta break your back to work every day, but I'm saying every day you move, every time you step into something, every time you push forward, it's got to be something worth you doing. I even tell clients and people that we end up locking in with, bro, I'm not going to leave out that door. It's got to make sense. Obviously, money's got to make sense, but the reason for me doing it's got to make sense. That thing has to lead to something else, and there's got to be some value behind whatever it is I'm doing. The older we get, that's how we start to think. And I used to be a fighter, y'all. Let's talk about this. We talk about that a little bit in the video too. Shout out to Cass, man. She got a new place open up May 30th. You know, we'll chop in about that too. But listen, I used to have an attitude, man. I used to have that short man syndrome to where it's like, I gotta prove every day I'm not the one to be effed with. I'm learning not to cuss on here, all right? But I'm the one not to be effed with, right? And with that being said, I would never question any of my partners, any of the homies, any of the vets, like they get an issue or I get a call or somehow I'm rocking out with them. I never questioned, bro, what did you do before we got in this situation? I would just go head first. Hair first, and what y'all call now a crash dummy, that's what I was then, right? But the older we get now is like when I get a call, it's like, hey bro, I need you. Okay, well, what's going on? What happened? Why we do? You start asking different things. Younger people, when we was a young age, when we was the YNs at the time, now they call us young bucks then and all that. Now it's YNs, whatever. Young individuals at the time, we don't really question a lot. But the older you get, you finna question everything. Okay, why we going here? What we doing this for? What it's gonna lead to? Some people that are still young-minded in their age, young in the mind, high in age, they're gonna be like, man, bro, why you asking all these questions? Because I value my life. My body ain't wrapped. My body ain't what it used to be, but I still get out here and make some stuff happen. But I need to have a reason for me getting out here doing it. The older we get, when we get in that age, we asking questions like that. Before we wouldn't ask them questions. Now we're asking them questions, bro. Why are we doing this? Where are we going? What time we need to be there? When we going? You asking stuff like that, man. Are we doing another round? Because before it wasn't like that. I promise y'all. I would be asked, people would ask me to do some things, man. Or, hey, bro, we got issue, bro. You got to pull up. And before knowing, I'm grabbing my stuff. I'm out the door, heading into a pit of fire with gasoline all over my body. Don't even know what's going on. I'm just going out there and just man, I got to be loyal. We're going to talk about that one later on, too. I got a whole segment about being loyal. But you go out there into the fire and you're finna get burnt up, but you don't care. You don't care. But the older you get, you're going to start asking yourself things. Because why? Because we got to work through the pain. After we do whatever we do, I got to come back home. I'm finna feel every bump, bruise. I would be like, Angel, man, go to the medicine cabinet. Body hurting. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that we got to do. We got to work on. We got to build on, to keep going, man. So as we get older, we got to learn to work through the pain. We got to question what's going on. I always ask, why we doing this? I'm about to say we need to sit rep. I'm talking military now. I need a game plan. We need a plan of action. What are we doing? Why am I leaving my house? And the older you get, you'll start to learn like your pace of peace. Your pace of peace. That is a good way of saying that. Pace. Like how fast I'm moving. I said, but no, your place of peace. I mean, I be around these rappers. They be using they know how to flip words, metaphors, and all that type of stuff, right? So triple entendres and all that type of stuff. Listen, your place of peace is the place you most likely would want to be. When you start paying bills, you young cats that's maybe watching this, you start paying bills and different things like that. You start to learn, bro, why am I always popping out? why am I always going places? Everything that I can do out there, I can do here. And that's something I learned in my older age. See, a lot of people that I know, y'all just getting out. Y'all just getting a taste of the nightlife. I've been in the nightlife a long time. Matter of fact, I met Angel in the nightlife. You know what I'm saying? And great, amazing woman. She got her books and everything coming out, doing her thing right now, and it's dope. It is dope. It is dope. I love it. I appreciate it. Yeah, she got her books right there. The Butterfly Collections is out right now, and I met her in the club. I met her outside. You know what I mean? Doing what we do. Having a drink, staying out all night, turning up. And now we think about this. Now it's like we ain't out there no more. We got things to do. We got stuff to live for. You know what I mean? And I know, I get it, man. You talking old, because I am. I'm getting older. I feel good about it too. Well, right now, physically, I'm hurting, but I feel good about what's going on. And then we need more stuff like this. We need more conversations like this. Most of the time, you see people crashing out, going ham right now. But make sure you guys tap in with Angels. You got the Butterfly Collections out right now. Butterfly Wings, Butterfly Hearts, and Butterfly Kisses. Those are the 3 kiddos, man. She wrote these stories, and the stories talk about some of the things they deal with and what the kids actually do in real life, real time. So it's actually dope. So make sure you guys tap in with her on that, man. But listen, I'm telling you guys, work through the pain. And you 40, you 35 and up, 30 and up, and you end up coming across this live, or you end up coming across the video that'll be popped up at 3 o'clock today. Just listen to me, hear me out. You're going to be feeling some of the things I'm feeling, some of the things I'm talking about. We battled through so much, man. I know people that are, man, I'm talking about barely in their 25s, you know what I'm saying? They feel like life is crashing down on them. But it's like, it's not. You ain't really even experienced enough life yet. But once you hit 40, man, you've gotten to a point. It's not even, so if let's say we look at it like this. Person lives to be 100 years old, right? Even if you only live to be 80, 40, you're at the halfway mark. Man, you got another 40 on top of that, right? So, when I hear people complain at the young age, like, man, bro, life's so hard. It's not that I laugh at it. It's just like, man, he just don't know. It's a freight train coming. I'm from Dallas, y'all, so don't mind me. So, you got your 20s. You got your 30s, you got your 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s. Every 10 years, man, you grow, you develop, you get a little bit more wiser, right? Your patience starts to grow a little more thinner. All the extra that you was doing when you was younger, it don't really transfer over the next 10 years. And I say this, and most people may agree and most people may disagree with this, but I say every 10 years, you almost develop and transform or transition to a new version of you. There's some things that you're not going to deal with anymore. And there's some things that you're going to be like, all right, well, I could put up with this. But with that being said, there is a caveat to that, because there are some people that don't want to grow up. Y'all remember that commercial? If you're in this age, you may remember this commercial. Okay, so I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You remember that commercial? It was a dangerous commercial, man. Dangerous. It's great to sell products and toys, but it was a dangerous commercial. Why do I say it was a dangerous commercial? Why do I say that? Well, someday you're going to have to grow up. Not saying that, not saying that you can't get out here and be active and have fun, but your mentality has to grow. And here's the thing, great part right here. You know how you be cutting people off? Well, maybe not y'all. I cut people off. Listen, man, I have an expertise in cutting individuals off. The moment I feel ignorance or negative vibes come into the space, woo, the scissors come out. The guillotine comes out. The butcher board comes out. The meat chopper comes out. I don't deal with ignorance very well. Even though back in the day I was quite ignorant, I was quite dumb. I did some dumb things, but at the age I am now and at the halfway mark, I want to reach that finish line with a smile on my face. So I make it a point to make it hard to get to, hard to reach. At one point, I got rid of that cell phone and nobody could contact me. You had to contact Angel to get to me. The only reason why I was doing that is because I ain't want to be bothered. And sometimes you need a restart. You need a refresh to work through the pain, mental pain, physical pain, negative energy vibing around you pain. So when people ask me, bro, man, you know, I hear people like, bro, I got a circle, bro. I got a strong circle. Well, guess what? I got a dot. You see a dot? You know what a dot looks like? It's a filled in small, very small circle, right? It's a very, very small circle. And the reason why it's filled in, can't nobody else get in. Everybody on the outside of that mug is you either you an asset or a liability. And you get in the age of 40, that's when you start to look at individuals as, man, that mug asset or a liability. Asset or a liability, man. Blessings and yes. Listen, I'm a chop. I'm gonna chop it. I am gonna chop. Man, I'm just saying. I was just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with cutting people off. Listen. Every type of cutter, like for real. You know, Texas, chopping on the young cat, chopping on blades. But I put a head down there, we running it over a couple times. No negative energy shall be allowed in the space. As our body gets older, we start to hurt a little more. We ain't got time for the negative. You know, that's why I be watching. That's why I like to watch what you do. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch what you do. I like to watch what you're putting up. I like to watch certain individuals that I don't care if you got mega studios, small studio. If the information is putting out is good information, something that's gonna make me think, I'm gonna tap in, right? And that's kind of like doing YouTube. This is my escape, and Facebook and this content social construct world. This is how I like to enjoy it. Being retired like I am right now, and I have the time. I make the time. I have to correct that because the age we are now, we make time for the things that we want to do. When we're younger, we feel like we got all the time in the world. When you reach 40, it's, I'm only going to make time for the things that I want to make time for. Right? And I choose to tap in and lock in with certain individuals because I know they've been through things. I tell people all the time, man, your story, I'd rather hear your story than hear your music. I'd rather hear what you've made it through than the sob stories about what you kind of going through right now, right? And we all got stuff going on. Ain't nobody out here got the best life. You look at the percentages of the world right now, everybody out here may be living check to check. Your bills all may be paid, and you got a little something left over to do something with yourself with, or to make yourself happy, or to find some escape from this matrix we're in. But with that being said, right, the older we get, the wiser we get, the more disciplined we are. You know, we're going to ask questions. We're going to wonder about what's going on. We're not going to waste time. Like my artist will tell you, somebody will tell you this. He's like, man, bro, it's not finna leave that house unless it's got something valuable going on. I ain't no, hey, you can like it or not. And that's the beautiful thing about getting this age, getting up in age and getting a little older, right? And we almost 38 minutes in, so it's good, right? I told I would never go, I won't go over an hour or something on this thing. I started around 6 something, but we'll start at 7 doing this and keep it rolling. This is just to push the content because 3 o'clock we post a video, work through the pain. Every video that I'll be posting on here, I'll do a little live talking about the video that we're going to post, and then I'll post it. I got that advice from a young cat that's really, really doing great numbers on YouTube and all that. So he told me to change a few things, and he checked out the page. He liked the content. He was just showing me how to tap into this new world. So I did that. Anyways, like somebody will tell you, inside, I am a dick, guys. Now let me break that down. I'm a dedicated individual collecting knowledge. That means in none of them words, I'm going to waste my time, energy, or happiness on anything that ain't meant for me or that's going to help me go forward. And that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned at this beautiful age of 41 right now, right? It is so great to be able to live the way you want, do what you want. I've done all the crash out stuff. I've done all the young cat stuff, and a lot of people our age now, which is sad, but a lot of people our age right now are wanting to experience that world when that's a world you probably should experience in your younger age. I've run into, when I do go out with my artists, or I go out on these road trips and go out with these guys, and I just be looking, I'm observing, I'm just like, wow, man. I'm seeing guys that may be in their 45s, their 40, 45, 50s, and they out here acting like the young cats. I'm talking about, and it mind-blowing to me. And now I don't judge nobody. You know, well, we all judge people in a way, but I'm not out here like, oh, bro, you need to do better with your life. I'm not saying that. It's just like, wow, man, that brother may not value life as much as I value mine. Who knows? But with that being said, guys, this is fun. This is cool. You know, I like still doing the uploads, and I still do my little live joints on Facebook. Got a nice audience on there. But I'm taking the advice from the young cats. We all can learn from everybody. So I took the advice. I started doing what he asked me to do. Well, I'm going to say what he asked, what he suggested I do, and I did that. Right? So even though I am going to get this side checked, but I will tell you guys this: the best way to enjoy life is to find you some peace, live in a peace, and don't let outside energies tell you how you need to run your life. You're gonna make mistakes. You know, as you get older, you'll learn to work through the pain. Your mindset's gonna shift. You're gonna learn that the more you enjoy your time and self-improve, the better things are going to get, man. I know I'm an outdoors person. Everybody's not an outdoors person, but find you a space. You know, some people call them prayer rooms. Some people call them their meditation spots. Find you a space where you can cancel out all the noise. You know what I mean? That's going to give you the ability to be more creative. That's going to give you the ability to be more at peace with yourself. You're going to be able to work through problems. You're going to be able to work through the pain, you know. I'm just saying, take you some time, can you move forward, level up at your 40s, hell, self-improvement journey when you reach the halfway mark. And when you reach 40, that's your halfway mark. Average person lives to be 80, right? So that means you got another 40 to go, so life ain't over. And that's one more thing I'm going to say before I hop off of this thing. That's the beautiful thing about being in the United States. Being in America, I know we could, you know, we're the crumb of the crunchies, right? But I tell you what, you can make some horrendous mistakes out here in life and still be able to work through the pain, bounce back, and win. Shout out to Damon Vega, 27 years in prison he did, and he was innocent and still got out here to bounce back and restart life. So if that brother can do it, you can do it too. It's your boy Inside, man. I am going to tell you like this. I love what I do. I love the life that I have right now. I love supporting what people got going on. Changing mindset. It's time to overcome. It's storming outside right now. Rain dropping and everything. But that don't mean it's got to be storming your world. So it's your boy Inside. Remember, 3 o'clock we are dropping a video. Work through the pain. You guys going to see me out there working through the pain. And I'll be back over here doing some more painting. Got some graffiti shows coming up. So I'm going to share some of the artwork that we've done. But it has been a great journey. I've lived a great life. I'm not going to lie, guys. I've had an amazing life. Ups, downs, roller coaster rides. I wouldn't change none of it for the world. There's some things that I'm not too proud of, okay? But I wouldn't change any of it. Not one bit. You know what I mean? So you guys have an amazing day. Continue to be blessed, man. Put a smile on your face. It's a great day to be alive, man. Get out of depression. I deal with PTSD, y'all. This is why I'm always here. If you guys look around, I'm always reading books. I'm always doing some type of thing to keep my anger down. You know, I still got a very short fuse. It's got a little longer over the years, but you know, there are moments that we have our little relapses. But enjoy yourselves out there. You know, it's your day, it's your life. You only get one of them. Now, if you believe in reincarnation, you may get a couple. But put it like this: today's your day to be great. Be greater than where you was yesterday. Enjoy the present time. Don't be so focused on what you went through, and prepare yourself for what you're about to go through. That's blessings on top of blessings. Make sure your runway's clear so that plane full of blessings can land and you live this amazing life. It's your boy Inside, man. I wouldn't have it no other way. Work Through the Pain drops at 3 o'clock. It's all the way up. You guys stay amazing. You guys stay great.